Now we're recording.
Woo!
Hey, this is Sonic Pocket Adventure, aka the first good portable Sonic game.
AKA worst frame rate emulator on the planet.
Yeah, this was on the Neo Geo Pocket color. So
Wait, before you go, check out the pixels in his arm move up and down just a tiny bit. That's wicked funny. Like they couldn't just have a stagnant arm moving back and forth.
So,
I love this game. I had a Neo Geo Pocket Color, and I had this game.
This was not a popular system at all, so there's no good emulator for it that exists. So there's crazy sound bugs all over this thing, and also the frame rate is like single digits.
Yeah. Like,
so that happened.
This,
but
I can almost guarantee that this emulator was made by like some crazy Sonic person that was like, I need a Pocket Color emulator, but there isn't one, so I'm going to learn how to make an emulator.
From what I hear, it had some good fighting games.
What, this emulator?
No, the system.
Oh, yeah.
The emulator had some great original fighting games that they built on the Neo Geo dev kits that they stole.
Hey, why not?
So this came out around the time of Sonic Adventure 1. This, like, it coexisted with this. So, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But it also is good for the fact that it just kind of, like this thing right here, it just kind of copies other Sonic games.
Yeah.
Like, it just kind of outright steals things from other Sonic games.
Well, it's
Like,
it's not stealing if it's like Sonic Team taking its own stuff.
It's not Sonic Team, though.
It's not Sonic Team?
I keep trying to explain this to people. Sonic Team doesn't make every Sonic game.
I thought they made this one, though.
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Okay.
I'm almost certain. Not that that means anything. I mean, it's still a good game. I mean, and it's not like it's like, oh, if it wasn't Sonic Team, then it's stealing. But it's just weird how there's nary an original idea in this game at all.
Right.
But it was okay, because it was the first good portable Sonic game.
Right. Wait, are you telling me that Tails Adventure, is that what that was? That weird RPG thing?
Yeah. No, if you listen here right now, it's, like the Angel Island Act 2 music or something from Sonic 3.
Yep.
Like, even the music's not original. But maybe it's just a problem with the ROM or the emulator. I'm pretty sure the music is just on random, because I also heard this music playing in Chemical Plant Zone, which is next.
That's weird.
Oh, a little Sonic CD going on there.
So,
Not even horrible sound glitches can stop this song from being great.
Yeah. I can't even imagine why I can't think of why I had this system.
Because it was super cheap, and it just
was
came,
it? Was it
just
super
came with
cheap?
Sonic. I remember you showed me this. Like, it was so cheap, my mom just showed up with it one day. Like, she just came home from, like, a
did you have one
department
too?
store. I got one after you.
Okay.
But it was just seriously one of those things. She's just like, I don't know, I saw this, and it was Sonic, so I got it for you. It was just like, it was just a Neo Geo Pocket Color packed in with a Sonic game.
I had no idea it was that cheap. That explains why my mom just got it for me.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the funny thing, though. Before you had a Dreamcast, when I was like telling you, this is all I remember, is I was telling you about Sonic Adventure one time.
I remember this.
This was
totally
also
remember
before
this.
I had it. And you were like, oh yeah, Sonic Adventure, I have that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't have a Dreamcast? How can you have Sonic Adventure? He's like, oh yeah, it's like the 2D Sonics, but it's like in a portable game. I'm like, no, Keith, that's Sonic Pocket Adventure. And you're like, what's the difference? Like, everything.
Well, because I hadn't seen Sonic Adventure.
Right.
And the only difference between Sonic Adventure and Sonic Pocket Adventure, title-wise, is the word pocket.
Yeah.
So, and I was young. I was very young. But, like, man, those cartridges were super cool shaped. The Neo Geo Pocket Color cartridges.
They were like GBA carts before there was GBA carts.
Yeah, and they had, like, ridges and stuff.
But then, of course, I lost... Ah, come on. Ugh. Sorry. I lost my Sonic Pocket Adventure cart. So for the longest time, I just had a Neo Geo Pocket Color, like, by itself.
Yeah.
So the only thing I could do with it was, like, you could turn it on and it gave you, like, horoscopes every day.
Yeah,
Of
I
just,
remember
like,
that.
it rated you, like, 1 to 3 stars in, like, different categories. Like, today, your finance horoscope is 2 stars. And that's all it could do.
Yeah.
And then I think eventually
I totally forgot about that word. You could also change the background color.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would always change
Here it
mine
is.
to red.
Listen. Wait. Yeah, it's still playing Angel Island music, but we're in Chemical Plant Zone now. I don't know what's up with that. But this was super awesome at the time. We're like, it's Chemical Plant, yeah.
Yeah.
But
This game was, I had so much fun with this game because like I don't think I had a Genesis when I had this.
no.
Yeah.
Also, the Neo Geo Pocket Color had what is still to me probably, and you know, I could be like just totally remembering wrong.
Probably.
But
You're
I
an idiot.
Yeah, that's probably true. I remember it being one of the best portable system analog sticks that there's ever been.
Yeah.
It had a really good thumbstick.
It really
was, like,
did.
Tight. I guess it wasn't an analog stick because I don't think it actually had analog control. I think it was just sort of like an 8-way
It was kind of like
D-pad shaped like a Switch.
Imagine-
or like a stick. Sorry.
Imagine like a slightly raised and not as wide version of the 3DS circle
No,
pad.
it was
but it
way
wasn't. But it
different.
wasn't a.
It was
wasn't
way
a circle.
different,
It had like directions like a GameCube.
No, but it also wasn't. It didn't slide though.
Oh, it didn't slide.
Like on the 3DS, it slides. This was just. It was just a stick. Like it was an actual.
Yeah, that's why I
stick.
said. That's why I said slightly raised. Like it was raised up.
I know, but it didn't slide at all. That's what I'm saying. It was a totally different device. Like, you know.
No.
Okay. like the circle pads that are on the PSP and the 3DS.
They slide.
Those aren't sticks. They are completely flat and they slide around.
Right.
Whereas this
I'm just
one,
saying that it looked like.
it did look like it.
They
Yeah.
look- yeah.
Though it was a little smaller, but this one actually like tilted and stuff. But
Right.
which I imagine is what made it great for fighting games.
Yep.
But and also it had a battery in it that was, I guess, to save, or not even to save games, but I think it was just to save system settings or something.
Yep.
And so eventually I took that out to see if it would to see
See if it would fuck
to see if it would fit in my VMU.
and fuck you.
And it either did and then died quickly after that, or it just didn't fit at all. And then eventually, like one day, as I just took a bunch of shit to take to EB Games to trade in, I brought that with me, and the guy put it through the system, and he was like, this is in our system, but it says you get $0. And I was just like, yes, just take it away from me. I so don't want this thing. Because it was just one of those things, I just had it sitting in my house
Yeah.
for years with no games to play on or anything. And then one guy was like, I'll give you $1. Oh, no. It was I got 25 cents. Or something, and he was like, I don't know, I'll give you $1 for it. And I was like, sold. And I handed it over to him, and he looked at it, and it was all scratched up and had no battery and no games, and he had probably never heard of it. And he was just like, actually, never mind, sorry. He handed it back to me.
Can you really say that? Can you really just say never mind after you already handed it to him?
For this thing, yes.
Really? I don't know.
Oh! You want to try?
Sure, why not?
Oh, it's Secret Plant. I'm sorry, this is not Chemical Plant.
Having a blast.
Oh, but I think we already said this, but just to
Oh,
clarify.
can I not use the thumb pad?
Oh, no, yeah, the analog stick. I could have fixed it, but
Why
whatever.
bother?
Yeah. Sorry, I think we said this already, but this was not what the frame rate actually was. This is just the fact that no good emulators exist. You just hit down and turn into a ball, and then you just let the springs ride you.
I know, but I keep on pressing jump instead of... Because it's X instead of...
Huh? Yeah, but X is where the A button is on every other controller. Don't try to get all DualShock hater on me.
I hate this. X is where the A button should be, right?
Yes. Technically,
Listen.
it's a cross, not an X.
What is that pause button doing?
Pausing things.
I don't like this.
All right.
I hate this controller
Okay,
so
give me-
much. Like when I hold a DualShock controller, I suddenly can't function as a
Keith
person.
doesn't know how to use a DualShock.
I can't do it. It doesn't work. I don't like anything about it.
I will say that the analog sticks on the 6-axis and the DualShock 3 are awful because they're too high and they're too loose.
You sure that's the only thing about it that's awful?
Yep. And the triggers are not good.
Disagree.
You disagree that the triggers aren't good?
Oh no, I disagree that it's the only thing. I don't know about that.
So what else is bad about it? The fact that it fits
the dumb
perfect-
shape that it doesn't fit at all into your
It
hands?
fits in every hand of any person alive.
It doesn't fit in my
Yeah.
hand.
It fits
It doesn't fit in my hand.
You're wrong. Your hand,
don't
there's
like-
something wrong with your hands.
I don't like the play. I don't like that the analog stick is below the D-pad.
I hear that.
Because that's not the way that thumbs work.
See, I agree with that, and that's why
it's like playing a game with a DualShock,
but you
just like constantly having to put your thumbs in an uncomfortable position.
Okay, I will say this though. I think when you use a DualShock, you just have to position your hands differently than with other controllers, and I just think you are not experienced with doing that. I think that's one problem. I also agree that the analog sticks are in a bad place.
But it's one of the only controllers that I've ever used that I don't like. Like, I like the N64 controller. I like the...
Hey, when was the last time you used one? Because I just used one like a couple days ago.
And not very recently.
Here's the problem with the N64, is that, you know what, forget it. Let's not talk about N64 controllers.
I kind of still like the Dreamcast controller, kind of. I used to love it, now I can't stand it. But I still like it more than the DualShock.
No, what I was saying about the DualShock is that I think the shape of the controller is really great, but
I think it looks cool. It looks like a nice thing.
No, it feels great.
But I don't think it feels great.
But if they switch the position of the D-pad and analog stick, it wouldn't work anymore. Like the analog stick would be too high. I agree. What is going on here?
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't duck down or spin.
We got Hydrocity or Hydrocity music happening, or at least trying to happen.
Yeah.
Like it's trying really hard.
Oh, by the way, we're playing through this whole game.
Yeah. I expect it to be done by now, but okay, I'll just say real quick. I bought recently I've been buying USB adapters for classic controllers. So I have an NES one and a Super Nintendo one, and I was already here before, I think. And then I bought an N64 controller one. And top 3 purchases of my entire life because they're amazing. But what
Do you want to try that story again and make it slower?
I bought USB.
No, I was joking. It's okay.
I don't think I took a long time to say that. What is going on here? I think I'm done with this
Seemed like
level.
it took a long time.
Anyways, I was just saying, so I used an N64 controller recently.
Right.
And I realized that what it is that your hands are so close together.
There's an N64 controller right here. I'm unwrapping it, and I'm going to put my hands all over it.
It's kind of like, you kind of want to hold your left hand, the analog stick hand.
Oh,
like
your hands are super close together.
Yeah.
Like you want to have it pointed like this instead
It
of pointed
actually
forward.
makes it really hard to push directly forward on the stick, because that's like not the orientation that your hands want to go to.
That's probably why they have the grooves in there instead of just having it.
Maybe. And that's why on the GameCube the analog stick is actually slightly skewed. Like straight ahead, like on the controller, is not straight ahead for the analog stick.
That's
on a
weird.
GameCube. But the N64 was like...
That's another controller I'm not super fond of, the GameCube controller.
I could have been... It could have been the Saturn that had the special analog controller, or something else, some other system that I'm not familiar with the controller of, but I think the N64 controller was the first controller to have an analog thumbstick. I think that's
Well,
true.
it was definitely the first popular one.
Yes.
I don't know.
Do I just... What is going on here?
I think those things move and you hop on them. Yeah, they move and you hop on them.
Oh. I think I'm done with this game.
Can you hit him his underside, his underbelly? Can you get him in his belly?
No.
Rub his tummy?
I can't get his egg tummy.
No, he doesn't have an egg tummy yet.
Yes, he does. He always had an egg tummy. Always. Plus, this was made after a Sonic Adventure.
Oh, yeah,
so.
I guess. Wait, what's the difference between this and Sonic Adventure again?
Well, you see, Keith, in this game, Sonic has a bow on his head.
One of them's a better game.
I'm sorry, Keith didn't really appreciate that, but that was one of the best jokes I've ever made.
Has a bow on his... Oh, okay, yeah, got it. No, I got it. Oh, you're talking about Missplosion Man.
That's right.
Yeah. Are you done? Because it looks like you're still going.
I'm gonna be done after I die this one time. Ah! I'm done.
You died twice, but it looked like a pretty okay boss.
That's Sonic Pocket Adventure.
Was it?
Yep. That was the whole thing.
Sure. Bye. Bye.